guys? Welcome back. Got a real cool gun to show y'all today. This is my SBR bolt action 300 Blackout. This is a project made possible by MDT. I reached out to them about a year ago and pitched this idea to them, and they thought it sounded pretty cool and gave me a pretty good discount on anything I wanted to buy off their website. So I picked up their LSS chassis, their folding stock adapter, their carbine stock, and a 20 MOA rail, along with this vertical grip. All very high quality, very nice parts. If you're familiar with MDT, you know they make excellent stuff. The LSS chassis is one of their more budget chassis, but that doesn't mean low quality at all. This is a very well made chassis. It's machined from aluminum, has an M-lock rail. They do make an XL version that's a little bit longer. I specifically wanted the short barrel, or the short forearm version, because I knew I was going to cut this barrel down to 9 inches. I reached out to a company I saw on Instagram. I saw that they worked with Howa 1500 actions specifically, and told them about this project, and he agreed to cut the barrel down for me. I didn't get any discounts or anything like that. I'll put the name of the company on the screen. This has been a year ago, so I don't quite remember their company name, but they did an excellent job. I believe they also offer 1 in 5 twist barrels for the Howa 1500, and I really wished I'd have went with that and had them install a 1 in 5 twist barrel while I was at it. The Howa 1500 mini action comes with, I think, a 1 in 7 or a 1 in 8 twist, which if you're shooting big subsonic bullets, that 1 in 5 twist really does make a big difference. This gun started out as a Howa 1500 mini in 300 Blackout. If you look back on my channel, I had a short titled Newest Project Gun for the channel, and that's the Howa 1500 that turned into this. It come with a 16-inch barrel. Obviously, like I said, I sent that off, had it chopped back to 9 inches. Got a SBR stamp for it. Dropped the barreled action into this MDT LSS chassis, and built what you see before you now. The other parts I added was this MDT folding adapter, MDT's carbine stock. This is a really nice stock. Very, very well machined parts. Got a nice cheek rest, and all this is completely adjustable. You can adjust the buttstock up, down. You can adjust the length of pull in or out. It has an M-lock on the bottom here, so you could attach a pick rail for a monopod. The cheek piece is fully adjustable up and down, front and back. And the folding adapter is very well made. This thing is like a Swiss timepiece or something, man. It locks up so smooth and so solid. There's no rattle whatsoever with that. So you can see what a compact package this can break down to. You know, unfortunately it doesn't lock in the folded position, but you can definitely fit that down into a bag. Very compact. I call it the perfect urban sniper rifle. And as you'll see later, with a suppressor and 300 Blackout subs, this thing is whisper quiet. This thing suppressed is subsonic 22 pistol suppressed quiet. I mean, this is maybe the quietest gun I own, and I have a suppressed 22 that I shoot with subsonics, where you don't get any of the action noise. I mean, it's just silly quiet. I wanted to go with MDT's vertical grip. I really like vertical grips. Even on my ARs, I want a more vertical grip, which is, you know, kind of the trend nowadays. Everybody's going to more vertical grips. Definitely gives you a more natural angle to your wrist and better pull on your trigger. You can get a straighter pull on your trigger. And this one from MDT is very nice. They also make this exact version for AR rifles, so if you're interested. I left it with a stock trigger. The trigger in the Howa 1500 is not bad at all. It's definitely not the greatest trigger I've ever felt, but it is certainly manageable. Hopefully you guys can see this. It's got a little bit of take up, and then nothing but a break. There's no creep. Now this might just be in my model, but I've got no complaints with the trigger. I think Howa calls it their hacked HACT trigger. Alright, moving on up. I picked MDT's 20 MOA rail. With subs, you're going to need all the elevation you can get out of your scope. You're definitely going to want a 20 MOA rail at least. The rail is very well machined, just like anything you're going to get from MDT. Just anything I mention MDT, go ahead and assume it's very well machined. The scope I'm running is a first gen Vortex Strike Eagle. It's just one I had around. I mean, I've got no complaints with these scopes. They've always been decent for me. This is a 1 to 6 scope with a throw lever. Just you know, basic 1 to 6 scope. It is second focal plane, which I don't care for, but we make it work. Coming on up, I'm running just a Magpul bipod. Not the greatest bipod in the world, but they get the job done and suit my needs just fine. The muzzle device I'm running is Griffin Armaments Minimalist muzzle brake. You can see it's just got one chamber. It's really not doing a whole lot with 300 Blackout subs or such low pressure. This is mainly just a suppressor mount for me. It does act as a superficial baffle. So, but you know, it serves its purpose very well as a suppressor mount, and this gun does not get shot without a suppressor. So the suppressor I run with this gun most of the time is my Dead Air Nomad clone. This is not a Dead Air Nomad. This is a clone. It is a real suppressor. It's a Form 1. Hopefully they don't get my video struck by just saying Form 1, but it's a legal suppressor. It was just machined to look like a Dead Air Nomad. It's my personal suppressor. It will never be sold or anything else. So it is a very well made suppressor. It performs extremely well, as you guys will see, especially with subs. I mean, this thing is quiet. It is a fairly long suppressor, but with such a short barrel, it looks right at home on this gun. So here it is with its suppressor on it. Pretty nice little handy package, and just like I said, whisper quiet, guys. I can't emphasize enough how quiet this gun is. It's a very attractive piece. Alright guys, that's about all I can say about it. I really want to thank MDT for helping me out on this. I'm sure they probably don't even remember it at this point. Like I said, it was over a year ago. I apologize for not getting this video out sooner. I've had quite a bit going on lately, but definitely check out MDT, guys. They make some excellent stuff, and just some really great guys. You know, my channel's not a big channel, and they didn't hesitate to help me out getting these parts so I could show this build to you guys. So if you're looking for some very high quality, well-made parts, if you're into bolt action rifles, you want to kit it up, soup it up, check out MDT. They make some of the best stuff in the market. They've got chassis for all kinds of different bolt action guns, and they've got tons of different chassis and stocks. Just check out their website, guys. I'll leave a link to it in the description. I don't have any affiliate. I don't get anything from MDT, so there's nothing for me to gain. Just check out their stuff, man. They very nice stuff, guys. I know I've said that repeatedly, but they make some really, really nice stuff. All right, guys, while we get ready to head out to the range, be sure to drop a comment and hit that like button and stick around, and let's see what this thing sounds like and how it shoots. All right, we're going to shoot a couple siders. Then once I'm sure I'm zeroed in good, I'll shoot for groups. We'll see what kind of groups we can get out of this. I'm going to be shooting Reaper ammo. This cartridge is loaded with a 208 grain Hornady A-Max bullet. Pretty good bullet. These are subsonic. I've got 10 rounds loaded up. Right there's what the round looks like. All right. Looks like we hit just a little high. Alright, let's go ahead and shoot our groups off of that last round. It's cool hearing the bullet ricochet. It's so quiet you can hear the bullet kind of zzz. This gun is so silly quiet, guys. I wish you could hear it in real life. I mean, it's literally nothing. This is so quiet. Definitely one of the quietest gunshots I've ever heard. I've shot subsonic 22 through a pistol. You know, that's probably as quiet as you're ever going to get. This is right there with that. It's every bit as quiet as a 22 subsonic suppressed. 300 Blackout's almost inherently inaccurate. I mean, it's not known as an accurate round. If you've got a very accurate 300 Blackout, you're doing really good. As an accurate, I mean sub 2 MOA. is pretty good for 300 Blackout. I don't know what this gun's gonna shoot. I mean, I can't measure the group from here, but at 50 yards, it looks somewhere around an inch, which would be 2 MOA at 100 yards. And that's all that's loaded in that magazine. We'll load it back up, maybe hit some steel here. I do like this ammo, this Reaper ammo. I've never seen it before, and I don't even remember where I picked this up. Picked it up online somewhere. It even says on the back, use 1 in 7 or 1 in 8 barrel twist to properly stabilize projectile. I find 1 in 5 twist to be best in 300 Blackout. Velocity 990 feet per second out of a 16-inch barrel. This is a 9-inch barrel. Muzzle energy 452 foot-pounds. And it has a little message, take care of our veterans. Heck yeah, I definitely agree. Probably a pretty cool company. Maybe that's the owner of the company on the picture. Looks like a cool dude. But I like the ammo. These little Howa magazines, I mean, I've never had any problems with them. I really wish they'd come out with if the aftermarket could come out with something a little better. I know MDT makes a Howa mini magazine. That's super expensive, and I'm sure it's a very good magazine, but I think it's still just a 10 rounder with you know, I'd have to look into it a little more. I don't want to guess about what it is. And these little factory Howa magazines they're pretty expensive too. I do have, I think, 2 others. Alright guys, let's shoot some steel plates that are about 25 yards in front of us. Bullet hitting steel is way louder than the gunshot for sure. Which is usually the case with 300 Blackout suppressed. I tell you what we can do, let's shoot a separate group. That way you guys don't have to put up with the sound of it hitting steel. You can hear the suppressor, you can hear the gun, and we'll get another group. That was a dead-on bullseye. Let's see if we can put all the others right there with it. Boy, I'd like to see if I could hit that steel plate at 250. I bet that'd be neat. Let's give it a shot. I think I've got 5 rounds in that group. 4 or 5. Oh well. Let's see if we can hit that steel plate at 250 yards with a 50-yard zero. Ooh, I saw the splash right at its feet. Oh man, right to the left side of it. And that may be our last round. Yep. Crap. I could have hit that within the next 1 or 2 rounds, I'm sure. Alright guys, that's my special little project gun. Howa 1500 Mini and 300 Blackout. Barrel cut back to 9 inches. Dropped into a MDT LSS chassis. SBR'd. Decked out with MDT accessories. Their buttstock, their carbine interface buttstock. MDT's folding adapter. MDT's vertical grip. Really want to thank MDT. This definitely wouldn't have happened without them helping me out about a year ago now at this point. Sorry the video took so long to come out, but super nice gun, nice little fun little project to work on. Kind of came together to make the perfect little urban sniper rifle. Super quiet. I really wish we could get stuff like this nowadays. You know, I think I got the tax stamp back on this can. I know with it before, within 30 days, and they've just made it where you can't really have stuff like this and do it yourself and have this high of a quality, you know, can. But I can't really talk a whole lot about this on YouTube. They'll strike my damn channel, so it is what it is. Very nice can. Sucks we can't get it anymore. Alright guys, let's go check out and see what kind of groups we shot out of this gun. Alright guys, here's our group. These are our siders. We hit right here, adjusted, I think low. You know, I made that adjustment to the right, so I think this was our last sider, and I went to shoot groups off of this, so this needs to be included with the group. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or didn't we shoot like 6 at this? We shot 5 or 6. There may be another one in this little group. Then our second group is right here. There was that first shot that I took on the second group where I said bullseye, and we did only shoot 4 shots. I thought I shot 5 at this one, but these little stickers are 1 inch, so you're looking at 1.5 inches maybe. Yeah, probably about 1.5 inches at 50 yards, so 2 to 3 MOA. Here you're probably looking at 2 inches. So I think I was doing pretty well of holding my reticle on target, so that's about the best accuracy I'm going to get out of that gun with those rounds. Now in the future I'll be testing out some hand loads to see exactly how much accuracy we can wring out of that gun, and we should be able to improve upon this with hand loads. So be sure to subscribe and stick around and check that out in the future.